What's up, 360? How's it going? This is day one, COVID-19 lockdown devotionals, day one. All right, so I mentioned yesterday at 360, which many of you came and some of you weren't able to make it out, but we jumped into a new series on Easter, and it's called Happy Easter. And it's all about the meaning of Easter and how do we interpret what Jesus did for our lives. So, like, what does that mean for us? And last night we talked about how fear is not final. So very much stoked to jump into some Devos this week for you guys. We might try to open it up to some other 360 students to share a Devo, maybe based on our topic, our theme. But we're going to run these Monday through Friday. So every day you'll have a new Devo that you can check out in the on the interwebs. And if you want to comment, that's awesome. But we want to try to provide a way to have a little bit of connection and a little bit of community for the 360 family while many of us are on lockdown, or maybe you're totally ignoring it and just going to your friend's house or whatever. Anyway, day one, okay? Here's the passage, Romans 5:8. Maybe you can turn there or check it out. So we've all had kind of that friend, or we know someone who kind of is always looking to talk a big game, right? Talk smack, brag. I remember one time being at a camp for kids. Actually, it was the camp that Amy and I met at. And there was this kid in another guy's cabin. He wasn't in my cabin. That always was trying to one up the other kids. Like one kid was like, hey, I can, jump rope 10 times. I could jump rope 15 times. Or like, hey, I have, 5 Lego sets. And he's, well, I have 8 Lego sets. Like, he's always trying to one up. He's always trying to show up. He was always opening his big mouth and talking big talk. And the thing about this scripture verse that I love is it makes this big claim, right? God makes some big claims in his word. And Romans 5:8 says this: God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us, right? So God demonstrates his love. He kind of shows the incredibly big heart that he has for us, the incredible love that he has for us. In this, he sent his son to die for us. That's huge. God doesn't talk just a big game, but he backs it up. God talks about his love for us and the fact that he loves us more than you and I could ever imagine. So when we're talking about how Easter means that fear isn't final, essentially we have to remember that, God is still in it with us, even in the midst of us being confused with everything that's happening around us that's out of our control. We can trust both his word and his action, that he loves us immensely, that he's never going to leave us, that he's always going to walk with us. So today, for our little devotional time, I want you to just spend a couple minutes thinking about that and praising God. Say, God, thank you for loving me so much. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being near to me. So as you, if you're catching this tonight, before you go to bed, that's my bed right there, nice and floral like. As you're laying down, just think about the immense love that God has for you, and thank him not just for telling you that he loves you, but actually demonstrating that in that he gave his son, and his son Jesus gave his life for you. So that's it for today. Tune in tomorrow. Check it out. We'll be posting the links on Remind, maybe on the Instagram, and you can check it out, subscribe, follow. I think YouTube might be the easiest way for me to do it. If you think there's a better way, if I should move to live Instagramming or something like that, let me know what you think in the comments, or don't. Maybe 2 of you will view this in total. We will be coming out with information this week in terms of our meetings or lack of meetings. So we'll see. And either way, we'd love to, as we jump into this new adventure together of being on lockdown or whatever, to still find ways to keep us connected as a community. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.